Yeah,
That's what.
that seems to be the theme for the year, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
couple years.
if you want to go with the regime,
Yeah,
seven lies at a time.
yeah,
Double down too. Always, if it's a lie, double down.
absolutely.
Let's see. It's okay with me if I'm live streamed. There you go.
All right. Oh, is it okay if I record too?
Yes.
Because, I'm going to
All the
publish
things.
this on Spotify and Apple Podcasts after the fact.
Yes, I agree to all of it. Look at that.
So John has just agreed to tell only lies tonight. We're going to have a special episode where we just hear lies.
Yep. She's lying right now.
Yep.
The name of the podcast is Punkazine. And we're here to talk about punk rock. We hate ska.
All else, ska sucks. Yes.
Ska sucks.
Yep. The Ska Sucks podcast, tonight only live, kids.
And Propaganda is popping on at any fucking minute to join us.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Where's the truth?
So
Anyway,
happy fucking Tuesday,
everyone,
everybody.
you're listening to Ska Talk with Ska Gazine. My name is Jess. I am here with my co-host, Punk Rock Ryan. Say hi.
What's up, everybody?
And we have a very special guest host tonight. Sal, you probably know him as Berks Ska NC, North Carolina, because Sal was a Berks Ska man, and then he went and moved to North Carolina on us and left us all hanging up here by ourselves. How's it going, Sal?
You were anything but by yourself.
No, I'm not by myself, but I do miss Sal and Heather a lot. We went to a lot of shows together. And we would see each other all the time, and now we see each other like twice a year. This year, I think it's going to be 3 times because he's coming to Pioneer Valley Ska Fest.
Yes.
And Supernova, and This Is Not Karina Fest. So I'll see him at all of those places. But we probably would have seen each other maybe 3 or 4 times a month prior to that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, he's so sweet, you've got to cut down on it. That's why.
Yeah. But Sal's trying to do his thing down there. Every Friday he shares New Music Friday. So if you're not hooked up with Sal, go hook up with him because he is going to introduce you to so many things. And I personally look at his new music to make sure I'm not missing anything every week. On top of that, we have a very special... Did you hear that? Okay. We have a very special guest tonight, John Roy.
Are we trying to check with ghosts now? Is that what's going on? Yeah.
No, somebody was screaming in my house. But apparently Zoom did not pick that up, which is good.
It's live.
In your
It's
house,
live.
never.
Our special guest tonight is John Roy. John, why don't you go and give a game show introduction to yourself?
From Broyhill, it's John Roy. Get the entire set for your home. No, that doesn't work, does it? Wow, a game show intro? Is it dating game, or is it like Hollywood Squares, or is it Jeopardy? Like one-time San Diego Music Award winner who didn't show up to the awards, John Roy, everybody. There you go.
You didn't show up to get your award?
The van I'm in right now had a vacuum leak, so I gave it to my mechanic, and I had to borrow my wife's car, but she had to go to work. So I drove her to work, but I had to pick her up from work. So I was in her car in the parking lot of her salon, and I saw my phone was blowing up. You just won. I'm like, well, here I am. Is there anybody in my band who's at the awards right now? Yeah, one of the guitar players, Brian, is playing with another band on stage. Okay, can he come and accept the award? Oh, the trumpet player was there with his date. Great. Have those 2 guys go up. What do we say? I don't know. Say thanks. Make a speech. So I have yet to hear it, but I'll find out what it was.
That's awesome.
They gave me the like the piece of glass or whatever on Tuesday at last rehearsal.
Awesome.
So that and like $10, I can get myself a cup of coffee. I was like, does this entitle me to like charge $2,000 a show? so that I can pay my guys. That'd be rad. Like a chip or a token. That'd be brilliant. You got to show this at every show, and we'll give you $2,000. You never
Is that
know.
how you make ska pay?
You never know.
Is that how you get ska to pay the bills?
We haven't figured that out yet.
So far, no. that would be the second or third job. That's what actually pays for ska. Ska doesn't pay us. We pay to ska, and we pay for the privilege. It's like adopting a highway, Adopt a ska band.
Adopt a horn section.
And I'm old, so I don't really play ska because it's just too fast for me. I can't do it, So it all becomes reggae after you get slow enough and high enough. Sure. Sal believes me, I can tell.
Yeah.
Sal, tell us tonight why you're a guest host. What is your connection to John?
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. I guess I found Smoke and Mirror Soundsystem through the music list, the new music list, and a couple years ago, This Is Ska was doing a giveaway, and they said name which they had some records from couple different places. Name which one you're a fan of, and tag This Is Ska, and I won the contest. Oh. And then after that, John and I kind of became friends.
So you and John are both winners. You didn't win anything monetary, but you won each other.
Yes.
Aww. Give me a hug. Aww. Mwah. I love you, baby.
Yeah, it says that on my poster on the wall.
Yeah.
Do you have a nickname for him?
I call him the Secret Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was on the Chemical Imbalance album, and he was credited as John Roy, the Secret Weapon. And I thought it was hilarious.
The Chemical Imbalance album?
Was it the End Times album? I'm sorry.
The End Times album. Okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did the end.
I was not aware of that.
I can never remember what I'm on, so people just hand me songs and I play on them. So
I mixed up Weapons 2 bands.
I think I heard something of yours that didn't get released today. From God, what was it called? Now I'm fucking doing this. Hold on, I gotta open my messages.
Was it Undercover Planet?
No. Matt Wixon did a remix of oh shit.
And there's lots of remixes.
He did a remix of Mad World, and he said you guys never did anything with it. And I thought it sounded really good. And I think you should do something with it. So I'm just gonna pop that in there. Do you remember?
Well,
Matt Wixon says hi.
Do you remember which person's remix it was of Mad World?
I don't know.
Steve Borth did a remix of Mad World. Agent J did a remix of Mad World. Roger Rivas did a remix of Mad World. And Black Market Dub did a remix of Mad World.
Hey, Matt, since you're watching, why don't you answer that question for us?
You're the guy that knows everything. No, I don't.
But there was some kind of spin on it that had something to do with Madonna Ray of Light, but he called it Tray of Light. Do you recall?
Madonna's Ray of Light. Wow.
I'm probably fucking this whole thing up, but yeah.
It sounds fantastic.
You should maybe talk and try to do something with this.
Was this Madonna pre-Cat Lady Face?
Okay, so it was his own remix, and you guys never put it out.
Oh, Wixon! Ha! Yes, we didn't put that out. Woo! I think I saw some nipple.
Yeah,
oh my gosh!
Did. What the fuck?
Oh, this is so adult. There's so much adulting going on right now.
I always miss everything.
Woo! Woo! Double up. Yes. Solid B cup.
Holy
cheers.
Shit. What the fuck is going on?
And for our platinum ska site,
That's supposed to be for the Patreon, not for the live.
Yeah, it's for only skas. Yeah.
Only skulls. I love it. Anyway, that was Matt's own remix that you never put out.
That was true.
There you go.
So yeah. I gave him 2 suggestions for it, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck it." I'm like, "Oh, okay. I love you."
That sounds like Matt.
I'm a horrible person in that I give constructive criticism, and I'm also pretty anal retentive about what I want, because I'm the hardest on me. Sal probably knows that I'm the hardest on me because I keep sending you tracks, and I'm like, "It's not ready yet. It's not ready yet." Just sharing it with you, but it's not ready yet.
And then it sounds totally different when it's ready.
Yeah. Oh, he's going in the shower? Okay. All right. Lather up. Make sure you wash it off when you come back. Love you. Love you. Listen, while you're in there, if you got like some Tilex, just go ahead and clean that shower, okay? Thanks. Also, put all the towels in the hamper, please. Or put it, you know what? If you haven't put a load in, put one in afterwards. Okay.
There you go.
Thanks. Thanks.
Jess, he's putting Christian to work.
Yeah, we're just having a cordial conversation. I'm trying to help you out here. Like, he needs to do more chores around the house. He's obviously just like lazing around, not even wearing shirts. He needs to like really hold up his end of this bargain.
If you only knew, I do nothing in this house. He does it all.
And those
I'm too busy doing everything for Ska, and I hear about it all the time. So yeah, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what are we here
nipples
for?
are
We're not
known
here to
around
talk
the world
about
as
that.
well.
We're here to talk shit about Matt Wixon. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Matt. I love you, Matt.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious how much different the songs sound. Like, what is the biggest differences that you hear out of those little samples that he gives you? Like
there
the biggest changes.
It's your interview, baby. Tell him.
Well, I'm kind of curious. You guys are sharing the stuff. I mean,
well, he just is constantly tweaking stuff, and then by the time it comes out, it sounds very different than like the concept, not the concept, but like the raw, like original. I don't know.
The rough drafts.
Rough draft, yes.
Yeah. Like I'm like, hey, take a listen to this, but there's no trombone yet. There will be 3 trombones. The banjo's coming in like 2 weeks, and then the other 2 female vocalists will be in probably in a month, and there might be accordion. But other than that, it's exactly the song you were listening to.
Right.
Yeah, that would be a little bit different.
I'm a completionist. I really like to put like all of the pieces in. I think of every song like lasagna. It takes a long freaking process, and once it's ready, then it's ready. But you can't do it like, oh, I made a lasagna, let's eat it now. No, it's not ready yet. It has to sit. It's got to sit overnight in the fridge to where it coagulates into a loaf. Then you heat it up again. So again, ska is lasagna. Thank you. That was my TED Talk. That's all we need.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah,
glad
there
you
you
make
go.
it.
Wait, we didn't plug anything.
Lasagna. I'm plugging lasagna. That's my goal in life.
Can we have mozzarella sticks as an appetizer, please?
You know what? I'll take it. That's fine. If I'm going to an Italian restaurant and they have mozzarella sticks, I'm not taking it seriously, but I'll eat them. You just
want fried mozzarella, like wedges or something.
Well, sure.
Sticks, yeah.
Exactly.
I know. Anyway, let's take a trip back to your early roots in life. At what point did you know that you were going to do something with music? Was there any particular artist or album or song that just like fueled the fire in you?
I used to go with my dad to set up PA systems in churches, and he would play recordings through the PAs that we were installing or repairing. And so we'd play like reel-to-reel tapes. Yes, I'm that old. So we play reel-to-reels of like Bach, Toccata and Fugue in D minor on the organ, and I was like, okay, this gave me chills. Like me and my dad, nobody else in a church, by ourselves, blasting a sound system. So then I started bringing my own recordings and playing them back in these churches they're not open, and that was even more fun. And I had I had Dance Craze, then I had specials, then I had more specials, and I had all the English beat stuff, and I had playing the Clash in a church is pretty fun too. Like playing Know Your Rights on a church PA, it's pretty awesome. I've desecrated them, but yeah. Or have I respected the Clash the right way? Maybe I have. It's kind of a holy tome, you know. Speaking of that, I'm thinking about, and I'm gonna kiss Sean Wheeler's ass from Throw Rag and A100s until he sings "Know Your Rights" for me. I'm gonna do a cover of that because it seems like it's just as pertinent as it was 40 years ago.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, kind of like "Open Your Eyes" by the Lords of the New Church. I'm like, I got to get this shit out now.
That was so good.
And let's see if Meta crushes me or not, because I can't advertise with Meta, but I can put out these things and I say nothing, and then they don't stop me. So hopefully the algorithm never finds me again.
Seriously. No, I think it is super important to know your rights right now. I've been doing a lot of organizing with some groups in Michigan to do just that. Educate people on how to exercise them, where you can enforce them, who has rights to them, which is everyone and everywhere. If people weren't aware of that, but a lot of authoritarian figures like to make you think otherwise, and will use any leverage that they can. I was chatting with Jess earlier. I was dismissed earlier this year for raising aid for a sanctioned strike on a union job site. Right? Completely illegal. So I was off of work for like 3 months putting together these events where we were teaching people rights.
Oh yeah.
And I just heard from the lawyer that's handling the case for me that they want to settle everything for my lost wages for the last 2 months. So yes, it is incredibly important for people to know their rights, especially in this day and age.
Oh yeah. Stick with it.
Because yeah, even unions are not as strong as what they used to be, and membership, they don't take their oaths seriously. A lot of the brothers that I work with, and it sucks. They treat it as a temp agency with benefits for the most part, and don't realize that we have to work together if we're ever going to achieve anything forward. Making sure that we keep our working conditions safe and we have a decent place to break, so on and so forth.
I find that I got this from a guy who was a Marine vet from Vietnam who he went to like Buddhist seminary, and he came back to the United States and he protested like nuclear power plants back in the early 80s, safety reasons. Like San Onofre, that one power plant near San Diego that is now closed down and is leaking radiation. But anyway, that guy became an acupuncturist. So he did acupuncture for me. And I would get stories from him while I was sitting there with pins in my back, which is pretty fun. But he'd said that he'd protested all this stuff, and he's like, the generation now, the reason why they don't take it seriously is because they haven't felt the pain yet. And you have to lose your rights to know what it was that you lost. I'm like, well, fuck that, like, no. I'm like, but the more the years go by, I feel like the truer it was that he said that like 7 years ago.
Yeah, it's cyclical. It is.
Like, sort of like folks in, I'm in San Diego. So there's a lot of folks like, oh, we're totally safe here. Nothing's going to happen to us because of this. I'm like, well, actually, if your friends and neighbors are, say, pulled off the street and kidnapped, then maybe not. And if you're, see, I'm going to get even further political. Screw it, right? Is it cool?
I'm here for it.
I'm in a town that's a tourist town. San Diego started out as like a border town, Navy town, but also tourist town. It's a beautiful place to go to. That's the sunshine tax we have to pay to live here. But it's also a tourist town in terms of people like me making our entire living, doing shows, doing rock concerts, doing corporate meetings, doing Comic-Con. Like, my shop is 3 blocks from the convention center. So our livelihood for 12 people at my shop is people coming here to have their convention. And when the entire city has lost 30 to 40% of its tourist gross because people are not coming from Central America, South America, down, literally across the border, or Canada, because Canada is like, yeah, screw you guys too. All of a sudden, we lose all that work, and we all lose money, and we lose jobs. So it does affect everybody in some way, and that is pre Hormuz bullshit. And yeah, and if you see the train coming, you're with me because I can see the train coming, and I don't like it. Anyway, there. Now me get off my soapbox. What are we talking about? Ska music? That's right. That's right.
Music, yeah.
Ska music isn't political. Oh no, I'm kidding.
We were talking about lasagna and mozzarella sticks.
Exactly.
Bring it back.
So,
I'll put guy subjects. I like it.
what was the first instrument you played, and when did you start?
I tried clarinet for 2 weeks. My sister was a clarinetist and still is. When I was 8 years old, and then I tried alto sax and stuck with that because that seemed like more my size when I was 8 and 9 and 10. And I did alto until I was like 16 or 17, playing in bands, and then got a Barry in high school and a tenor. And pretty much been doing that. I've done penny whistle and some flute, but since I have multiple sclerosis for 14 years, so I can't really feel most, like, the fingers on my right hand. They will kind of do what I tell them to do from what I remember, muscle memory from, say, 40 years. But yeah, I can't do stuff like clarinet or flute with holes in it. And I could just about get by with my saxes. My right hand blows, but I can play the 3 horns by transposing and doing different parts. There, that was long-winded. Next.
How about bands that you've toured with?
I'm gonna forget a bunch.
Tour with somebody super famous in the 90s?
Yeah, I toured with Dave Wakeling, English Beat, and I toured with Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. And yeah, did shows with Joey Altruda with his big band. That was the coolest. Best catering I had was with Hootie and the Blowfish. The best contract writer with OMD was, I think Martin was his name, was the road manager. He made sure that we had 2 hot pizzas, a vegetarian and a pepperoni pizza, within 30 minutes of getting off stage every show.
That's awesome.
And even though, pizza's bad for you over the course of, like, say, 30 days of eating the same shit, having a fresh hot pizza was awesome. Anyways, see, I got back to pizza. Man.
It's all Italian food. Do you eat anything else?
Fat guy memories, man. Fat guy memories.
What else do you eat? It's lasagna, mozzarella sticks, pizza.
Pasta.
I'm actually Cajun, so, but I'm in San Diego, so man, burrito, roll taco, Chimichanga. Oh my god, it's evil, and I love it so much. How can anything get worse if you deep fry it? It's always going to get better. Always. Take a burrito, deep fry it. Oh, okay.
Yum.
Cover that in cream cheese. I mean, excuse me, sour cream. Yeah. Man, now I'm in the car and I'm hungry. Shit.
Yeah. Oreos, another thing deep
Hey,
fried that
Oreo's
and double
totally
with sauce.
vegan. It's good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for you.
So I have one more thing. Can we talk
That's
about
the
Spy
end.
Kids? Because
That's the end of the interview.
I don't know much about that band, Spy Kids. You were in that
Spot.
band, right?
Yeah. So I did Gangbusters, and right when I was quitting, I quit Gangbusters in like 1990 and got right into Spy Kids, and I got into B-side players, which is like B-sides more like rock en español and like reggae en español feel. But Spy Kids, we were all just past being teenagers. So it was Scott Russo, who became the singer for Unwritten Law, was singing backup and playing keys. Craig Yarnold was playing sax, who he ended up playing for Bucko 9. I was playing sax. Another guy was playing trumpet. Ooh, is it Tim or Scott? I'm sorry. I don't know what he's doing now. A singer named Candy. Mark McLemore was playing drums, and he's playing drums in the A100s now, and he's played for like 7 or 8 bands. Jason Bowen was playing bass, and Jason is now, I think he's a ferry captain in Chicago now. And then Matt Hensley was playing guitar, and now he's playing keys and accordion with A100s, and he's playing accordion for Floggy Molly. So us old guys just kept doing it. We're stupid. We don't know. When someone tells us to stop, we don't. So that's kind of the Spy Kids story. You know, we played a lot faster back then, man.
I'm kind of curious. After all those years and all those bands, you still remember your first show?
I remember the first big one because I think I was 15, and I also wasn't supposed to be driving. I didn't have a driver's license yet. But we had a show. Howdy. We had a show at Fender's Ballroom in Long Beach, and it was The Key, The Question, The Jaywalkers, Big Express, and I'm sure there was at least one other band I'm missing. Big Express was like a 60s soul band, so like 8 or 9 of us, 3 horns, drums, bass, guitar, keys, and 2 vocalists. Because, you know, if you're doing a band, always remember, lose as much money as you can and have as many people in the band as you can. But yeah, I remember that show because I remember the smell of 2-stroke oil, because it was also a scooter event. And I remember seeing the sharpest group of people in the audience I've ever seen, in terms of like 3-button suits, sharkskin suits, parkas, like full boiler suit, like boots and braces, flight jackets. And it was also every age group, in my opinion, from like early teens through their 50s and 60s. And every color and creed. It was like, oh, this is what I dreamed of. Here it is. I need to do this forever. So yeah, I do remember that show.
So were you? Who were you playing with in that?
That band was called the Big Express, like a big train, Big Express.
Okay.
Yeah. We were doing like 60s soul stuff, you know, Stax and Motown tunes, and this is like 86, and so it fit in with like the mod scene. But we also did a couple of Toots and the Maytals covers, and that shit went over like a house on fire every time we play. Every time you come up with "Pick It Up, Mister," you're like, "Ha, we got you guys. Let's go." You know?
Was that pretty cool playing in a ballroom, like being 15 years old and
Oh yeah,
having.
oh yeah. That was like, straight heroin into my brain. That, like I said, that smell of two-stroke oil from outside, all the people in there, it was a sweat box. It was cold outside, but like it was hot as hell in there. And we're playing and everybody knows the words to the songs and they're singing them back. And the energy is like, it's pure adrenaline. When you get, there's one thing about like playing with 8 dudes in a little hot room, that you get all this energy and you give this energy and you're like, fuck yeah, we did this thing. But then doing that same thing in front of 900 people and having all 900 people like give you all of that back, like, oh, I don't need to do anything else with my life now. Shit, I'm screwed, aren't I?
All right, I'm booked. I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like having like the biggest race car with the most horsepower and you get to drive it.
That's awesome.
Speaking of that, after that show, the band got pulled over by a Long Beach Police Department on the street and had to sit, like, wearing our suits and shit, had to sit on the sidewalk and lay on the sidewalk with our hands behind our heads, because they're like, oh, well, any more, you're all dressed the same, and any more than 2 people around here, dressed the same, you're a gang. I'm like, a gang? Okay. With like, okay, white guys, black guys, Hispanic guys, we're a gang. Cool. All right.
Wind instruments.
Yeah. Like, oh, we're a band, dude. But anyway, I remember that. And then I remember 3 of the people that I drove up with did get pretty drunk. So 15-year-old me got to drink some Jolt Cola and white knuckle it back 100 miles to San Diego at like 3 in the morning. And I didn't kill us, and I didn't hit anything. Yay!
Good job.
So yeah, I think I had probably the most adrenaline in a 24-hour period that I could have at that age. It's ruined me, all the cortisol in me now. By the way, I play little games on my phone, and my phone or the games believe that I'm a postmenopausal woman. Because I do, like, the word search stuff and like the different puzzles, like flipping the hex flip thing, and so every commercial that it gives me, it wants me to improve my cortisol level, or to work out, or buy a bra, and I guess it's right about all that stuff. But anyway,
I get off sourdough ads.
Oh, sourdough ads! That sounds great. I also get ads for Shameless snacks because it wants me to eat 26 grams of fiber per day.
So you've been playing music for 40 years, approximately 40 years. And
I'll be 55 in July. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of the other bands move up to present day, like after Spy Kids. Let's start there.
Whew, okay. So I did Gangbusters, and then I did Colorblind for like a year and a half, and that band kept going after I'd left too. And then I did Unsteady, which I'm sitting outside of the organ player's house waiting for everybody to get here to practice. I'm going to be late to practice because I love you so much. And I told them that in advance. I'm doing the interview in my car in front of their house to rehearse with Unsteady tonight. So we started Unsteady April of '92.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's a long time for a band.
Yeah. Then I did the Dave Wakeling English Beat thing. I've done a bunch of Jamaican artists, like their recordings, whole bunch of weird little all-star type stuff. Anything that would pay me money. I wore an afro wig and played in Polyester and the Funky Love Bomb. We all wore afro. I wore it for one day, and I'm like, I can't do this. And I said, I'll still play, but I'll just wear a flat cap and sunglasses and hang in the back, and I'll play a saxophone. But yeah, I hoe her out. Whatever it was, man, I'll take a few bucks for it. Let's see. I haven't really given any good history for you on this, but I did a band called Monster Zero. Ultimate nerd, you know. We're all like Godzilla, Evil Dead nerds, so we wanted to call it something interesting like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, doing Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem. I've been doing that for a minute. Started that because Unsteady couldn't rehearse in July, my birthday, July 22nd of 2020. We were trying to do it remotely. We were trying to do it at my shop with each person mic'd up in their own area with headphones on. And it got so hard that like my birthday was the last rehearsal. And after that, 3 of the people in Unsteady at the time were high school teachers or tutors. And they all had to go back to teaching people via this right here, via Zoom. And so they're like, we can't make it to rehearsals now. So I'm like, man, I have all these ideas. It's like I'm constipated with creativity. So I have nobody to rehearse with or record with. So I'll reach out to everybody that I know from the last 30 years and see who else is sitting at home and wants to record with me. And make a whole bunch of stuff with MIDI instruments and replace them over time. So I started a fake band, Smoke and Mirrors Soundsystem, and now it's a real band. Now it's a real band. I can have a real, yeah.
Take it till you make it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it seems like you got a lot of people to work with initially right off the rip. Like, I haven't been listening for years like Sal has. Jess brought it up. I started getting into some of the early stuff like Roy Ellis. Like I saw that right off the rip. Like,
Yeah.
that's too cool being able to pull all these people that you've worked with the last 30 years and just
Yeah, when you're an old whore, you get to know other old whores.
So
Yeah, it was really fun. It's kind of like I wanted a dream band of all these people that I met on tour, and I was like, man, that guy's a badass. I would love to play with him. Wonder what you're doing. You know what this song needs? This song sounds like it needs a trombone solo, and I'm thinking like Easy Star All Stars, like something off of like Radio Dread or like Dub Side of the Moon. Well, shit, what's Buford doing? Oh, you're sitting in an apartment in Brooklyn, like bored off your ass? Okay, here's this song. And listen to that. That is the trombone solo from the guy from Easy Star All Stars. Oh shit, this is fucking great. I want to do the Killing Moon. Oh, the Killing Moon. Echo and the Bunnymen. Sweet. And then my friend Peter Clem in Germany is like, I've got somebody for you to sing it, but I don't know if it'll work out. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, she was in a relationship with Ian McCulloch, so I don't know if she'll want to sing this with you. In case there's a problem with tabloids or something along those lines. And they have a daughter together. So I'm like, really? Okay. So Zoe Devlin Love, she's from Alabama 3, the people that sing the theme song for The Sopranos. If you remember that theme song. But she sang Ian McCulloch's Killing Moon for me, and I had Buford on it too. And it's like listening to it with them on it for the first time. My wife came home from work. I didn't say anything, and I was just tears rolling down my eyes. And I was like, you have to hear this. And she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, just listen. And she listened, and she like started tearing up too. Like, that's Zoe Devlin Love. Her vocal range and ability to mix herself and give me some crazy shit is like through the roof. Same with Buford too. I'm like, go wild, do stupid stuff, get wild, and they all do it, and it's amazing. It's the biggest treat for me. Like if you could sit in my control room, just hang out and listen to me solo stuff and chuckle, you know. Like oh, I probably had a day or two where I was just laughing to myself anytime I heard I got Ranking Joe on two tracks, and anytime I'd hear I'm like, yes, oh my god, that was Joe. That's the sound. Oh, that's the sound you hear on like all these remixes of everything, just like, anyway, yeah. Or I just had like Uziman on some shit, and man, he's slick as hell. He can really like flow like nobody's business lyrically, and he's funny as hell too. What else? I went on another tangent. Just ask me more questions.
Yeah, when you Lee wanted to know, when you have guests, how does that come about? Do you say, "Oh, I want to have so and so," and hit them up and say, "I wrote this part for you," or "We're going to cover this song and I want you to do this part," or do they just kind of say, "Oh, I'd like to do this part"?
Usually I have an idea of who I'd want, or I think about the song. For me, people have heard me like truly like a broken record. Everything must serve the song. If what I'm doing is not good enough, it has to go. So like I've had different vocalists because I think that, for instance, on Open Your Eyes, for Open Your Eyes, Brandon Nisnik, Wise Owl, his timbre, like his vocal range, is probably about a third lower than my lowest note is available to me. It's like natural baritone. But he can hit a little higher too, so he's not stuck in that range. And I tried doing it while I was like, video games, train the kids for war. Like, okay, I can't get that note. So I'm like, Brandon, can you do it? And he's like, video game, train the kid for war. I'm like, oh, perfect. You're the guy. You're going to sing this now. And then it was the same thing with like the sax, the tenor sax solo. Ed Croft, who's rehearsing with Unsteady, he's not playing with us this next week, but Ed plays in town, and he plays Barry alto and tenor as well. But his tenor tone is like, I played in a Buddy Blue 40s jump swing band, and he played in the band after that too. We've all hoard out as sax players to like 5 or 6 of exactly the same bands. But Ed's tone is so honking and screaming and powerful. It's just like literally like a chainsaw in tune when he needs it to be. And I'm like, that's what I need to hear. I need to hear somebody's just attacking a horn solo on that song in particular. And he killed it, so he's the guy for the song. And I could have done a solo on it, and I played a lot of stuff on it, but like, I don't need to be the feature. Let's serve the song. Let's make the song as badass as it can be. Kind of like what, and also like even that song as another example is that there are 3 guitar players on it because I needed to get the Les Paul tone through a Marshall stack. I needed to get the Fender Twin stack sound. I needed to get the Rickenbacker through a Vox sound, because those are all the 3 sounds you heard from Lords of the New Church in 1982. There was that somewhat of an example or somewhat of a good description?
Yes, that's good. How about, can we talk about the record label? Can we talk about the record label? Can we talk about?
Can we talk about the record label? Well, kids, if you'd like to lose more money than being in a band, start a record label. That's my advice.
How about we talk about some of the 7 inches that you've put out with like Ska and Dubzilla?
My gosh, you have your own outline there, don't you, Sal?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to move things along.
He's got all those notes in front of him.
No, go on. I'm just messing with Sal. Include Out of Control Army too, though.
Whew, Ma, you're being tough on me. Each one is its own story. So Esteban Flores Venezuela, he's he's played with me on a bunch of shit. I played on a bunch of his shit. Great, great pianist, organist, keyboard player. I even had him do like a little tiny tour to Europe last year, just to France. And then he played with Out of Control Army in Mexico City, and I did solo dub sessions, being like the opening act and then the guy in between bands, like the DJ. Which I am no DJ. I'm a shit DJ. But I can record songs and remix them live, which is pretty interesting. So, all of that said, Esteban wanted to put out the Los Tropics stuff because I was putting out other records. And actually, I'm putting out another one, the fourth one in the series. I think we have 6 in total. I can't remember. But he approached me because he saw I was putting shit out, and he was like kind of low on funds, as all of us musicians tend to be. And I had some extra money in pocket. So he's like, hey, can you put this thing out for me? I'm like, sure, let's do them all because I'm stupid. And so we did that, and then he's like, oh, hey, man, check it out. We did well with these 2 records. I'm playing with Out of Control Army in Mexico City if you want to play the show, but it's for their millionth stream of Fuera de Control. And they want to put out a single to like commemorate that. But they were thinking about a gold record. But they don't know where to go or how to do it. And I'm like, how about if they send me some artwork, send me the tunes, and I'll see if I can find a gold record and come up with some fun artwork that works for it. So that's kind of what we did. And made them a bunch of gold records. So that was kind of the Out of Control Army Pantheon Rococo connection with Esteban. Let's see, Fish got one. It was probably John Castro, because it's always John Castro, that hits you to the next thing in line, who's like the super fan. John Castro was a super fan.
Shout out John Castro.
Yeah.
So, I think he'd said something about Fish Ska, or maybe it was, I don't know if it was Mida, but either way, I took a listen. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I could get down with this, and I just messaged them, and they're like, oh, can you do a dub for us? I'm like, sure, give me the stems. I got the stems, and I'm like, no horns. I'll play horns on this. It needs some more backing vocals. Okay, I'll do that. It needs some piano. Okay, I'll play that too. It needs a bit more. Okay, I'll play the percussion on that too. All right, I'll just remix it. So then that was a remix we did digitally, and then they put out a single with Liquidator with Tony Facio, and I'd already put out a couple things with him, and Tony and I like trade stuff back and forth from Madrid, and they just asked me for more remixes and to play on more of the stuff, and I'm like, how about I will put out your single, but I'm really short on money. And I asked around, and Mohawk Mike heeded the call. If you know Mohawk Mike from anywhere and everywhere, and he said,
shout out Mohawk Mike.
I will. He's like, I'll co-sign on this record and put it out. I don't know how to do a record company, but sure. I'm like, okay, I know how to lose money if you want to help me. So I got the test pressings for that, and this morning I put their address in Indonesia to be shipped some records, and my address to be shipped some records, and Tony Facio's address in Madrid to ship some records, and even there's a little escape hatch in the Philippines that's coming up. So Mark Lynn from QMax 420 from the Slackers lives in the Philippines with his wife now, and he's doing like an escape hatch store in Manila, like a pop-up store. So yeah, he's been selling stuff there. So all of those Fish Ska records, the 7-inches, will be coming out as soon as they show up there. Probably less than a month would be my hope. We'll try and coordinate that. And that single, they just did "It's Time to Fight for Your Rights" with Esteban. They have one that we named this one, and this is Iron Dome, and it was their criticism of a certain Iron Dome and a certain group of people that are committing genocide on another group of people in another country. There, see, that won't get us banned from whatever we're on. But yeah, I was like, we got to put out this record now. Everything has an urgency for me, especially when it's talking about this political, socio-political stuff. You know, we could sit on it and then nobody else. You could sit and feel how you feel and say absolutely nothing and watch people steamroll you, or you can like talk the shit you need to talk and tell people something. And I'm one bullhorn, so that's why I'm here talking as well. The more people with more bullhorns saying the same thing, maybe we can move forward.
We don't have enough bullhorns. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. That and okay, here I am again. I'm getting back on the soapbox. I was already there. But I see it this way. I have MS. I can't barely walk sometimes, and I can't really march, and I can't really be out in the sun burning my ass up, or I will just crumple, you know, like a old pull toy. I'll fall apart. But like the shoemaker can make boots for the revolutionary, the baker can make bread for the revolutionary. I'm the songwriter, hopefully, that can make songs for the revolutionary. Ta-da! Okay, off my soapbox again.
No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. We've got a segment called Brain on Ska where we usually go into the lyrics of the songs, but since you do so many covers, like I'm kind of curious, what is it exactly that makes that song the song that you want to cover?
Going back to like, because it's current. Open your eyes to the lies right in front of you. Every freaking lyric I did not change. It's like some of the Big Audio Dynamite stuff I changed because it was very 1985 or 1986, and there were some things that are not current. You know, it's sort of like saying free Nelson Mandela when Nelson Mandela has already been freed. You know what I mean? Like, that was cool that it happened at the time because I heard it when I was a kid. Like, wow, I didn't know shit about Nelson Mandela when I was 13 years old. And actually hearing that song on vinyl from the Special AKA got me to pay attention to that and read about it. And there was no internet. There was no internet in my day, kids. But,
Not either.
you know, like truly that got me into it. So Open Your Eyes is like video games train the kids for war, army chic and high fashion stores, law and order has done their job, prisons filled while the rich still rob. Holy shit. Assassination politics. Are we experiencing that right the fuck now? Yeah.
I think so.
Violence rules within our nation's midst. Ignorance is their power tool. You only know what they want you to know. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I mean, it's sad and wonderful and sad again that this song written 24 years ago, every goddamn word is perfectly relevant right now. I don't want it to be relevant, but it is. I'd rather make, you know, I love you baby songs. I'd probably only make 4 of them, but there sure is a lot of material. Another one, so that was a cover that works within like what I'm looking to do. But like I did wolf clothes, you know? So like propaganda has become your only testament.
Yeah.
I also did Under That Rock, which was, you know, if you're going to do a song talking crap about hateful xenophobic sacks of shit, do it in major key, make it swing, and make a video with puppets, because that's the way to do it, you know? The kids like the puppets. They won't cancel me for that, you know? I won't get... They're like, oh, this is a fun little song. What is this about? Like you had to have it in a coffee shop, you scream like a toddler, and you just wouldn't stop they caught it all in video today. It dropped. You should crawl back under that rock. A rage inside you simmered for a dozen years, and now you've got conspiracies to feed your fears. He blows a dog whistle, and you prick your ears. Where did you crawl out from under that rock? Anyway, yeah, I can babble on. So my words and the words of the covers that I choose are kind of one and the same. Like, this just matches exactly what I feel.
So it kind of goes to the thing that nothing's original anymore. Everything's already been sung, everything's already been written. Like, we're all just copies of a copy at this point in time. So we might as well just pay homage to the things that are already said, kind of.
I will take that, but pulling pieces of it to turn, like for instance, okay, here, I'm going to go back some nerd shit, and I'm going to go back to 1976 because I've seen a lot of documentaries about it. Imagine all of the people that were building the sets for Star Wars kit bashing. Yes, they were creating all the stuff like the Millennium Falcon out of old model plane kits. Like, there were no spaceship kits for real. There were rocket kits, but nobody made anything that looked like that. And it was made because they were kit bashing. They were taking all the pieces from other shit, putting it all together to turn it into something else. So that's kind of where I'm at too. You know, like,
yeah, that sounds much better.
I'm taking like right now, Sal's heard some of it. I'm doing a whole album called Countries of Origin. And for me, having seen it in life and hearing it and seeing people play it, I'm sure you've heard Toots Hibbert singing Country Road by John Denver.
Yeah.
And like, damn, that is the best that tune has ever sounded. And like, it was a great tune to start with. It was a hit. But him doing it gives it a special something, and doing it as reggae. So I thought, well, let me talk to more reggae artists about what they feel about country music. And so I was going to do Streets of Bakersfield, which I did, which was Buck Owens and Dwight Yoakam singing a tune together in the 80s. And I'm like, what if I took that, but I took Toots' Time Tough to feel the rhythm of what that rhythm will be for that song. So I basically did like a rock steady reggae version of the Streets of Bakersfield. And what if I did it with accordion? So Matt from Flogging Molly will knock in some accordion, then get my niece to play 2 clarinets on it, and then get my percussionist Alex to play timbales and congas and bongos on it and block. And then get Joel Martin to play pedal steel on it too, like a good country song. So now it's like a rock steady reggae, cumbia, salsa, country song. Because the country music of Jamaica, to me, and I think to many other people I've talked to, like, I had Roger Rivas from Agrolites play on that. And he's like, oh man, his dad was in Tierra, like still is playing keyboards in Tierra. So like, he gets down with old soul and like, he's, oh, my dad used to play Streets of Bakersfield at a bar. And I remember hearing him play that. And then I talked to Don Barthélemy, like Rasta man that I've known since he was a kid. And he's like, oh, my dad's a guitar player. He played throughout the Southwest. He played bars. He played Streets of Bakersfield. I remember. And a Rasta drummer is going, I came here looking for something. I'm like, holy shit. And then I talked to Roger, and Roger's like, here on the streets of Bakersfield. I'm like, shit, all you guys. Okay. And then I got hold of Matt Munoz from Mentoburu in Bakersfield, and he's like, I'll play sax on that shit. Fuck yeah. Every single person that played on it liked the song as the country song that it was already. And now we're doing like a reggae reggae-fied version of it, but it country and ska music are the folk slash reggae. Reggae and ska music are the folk or country music of Jamaica, and I feel like norteño and banda is the folk slash country music of North America, you know, and cumbia is the folk slash punk of South America. And if we can take every single one of these things that actually share a lot of the same chord progressions and share a lot of the same syncopations and just slap them all together and kit bash it all together to make something that is cohesive. So I did that one, and then I did an Everly Brothers tune, and I did a Patsy Cline song, did 2 George Jones songs. I'm doing a Texas Tornadoes song, Roy Orbison song, and I'm sure I'm missing 1 or 2 others. But all of those will be within the lens of reggae, ska, norteño, banda, salsa, cumbia. Did I miss anything?
I dig it. Should be good.
Hit me! Come on!
Jess, you want to go next? You're muted.
You're calling me out, and I love the outline. I fucking love the outline. I was going to talk about Fish Ska, and I was going to talk about someone else, but we covered that when we talked and Out of Control Army, but we covered that. So I do want to know how you got involved with the Detroit Riddim Crew and doing the B-side for that and the dubs. We have been speaking with Eric Abbey a lot lately, and we literally just took him onto a critical music session with us over in mainland China this past weekend, which was crazy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, like absolutely nuts. And I'm just curious, like, how did you get involved in the project?
I want to go. I think, let's see, Eric had asked me. Oh, okay. I was referred to Eric because I was asking around. I was asking Mike Park from the Crombies, Chicago Mike, who was Deals Gone Bad back in the day. I met my wife because she was at a Deals Gone Bad concert where they were opening for the English Beat in 2001. But Mike's been my buddy for a long time. Like, we played with him back in the 90s. So I called up Mike and was like, hey, man, I'm looking around for more people to, like, work with and do stuff with, and possibly string together some dates if I can create a tour in some way, shape, or form. And he's like, oh, man, well, I don't know much, but, like, Eric's doing the Detroit thing with the Soundsystem, so he might be able to put on a show with you. So I checked in with Eric, and he's like, he reminds me of me, except for Detroit. And like, he's like, oh, you're doing like a studio recording, sound system, band. You're losing money doing stuff too. Right on, man. So I had him play on a track. I played on one of his tracks, and then he'd ask me, hey, would you dub this? I'm like, sure. I'm like, and would you dub these other 4? I'm like, sure, okay. So yeah, that's kind of what did it. That was after I met him at Supernova 2 years ago, and he was doing like the Ska Education tent, but like, they stuck him off in the middle of nowhere with his pocket sound system, the tiny little rig, and he was like fighting against the wind, you know, and he was fighting against the main stage sound system, which was, you know, lots of horsepower. And then they had Pauline come and talk there on the tiny little rig, fighting against all of these elements. So we had to join forces and like link hands together and become like a human chain windbreak, so that Pauline would be able to be somewhat heard by somebody and not be caught in the wind. So that, you know, a bonding experience through shared trauma.
Yeah. Are you going to be performing with them at Supernova?
That would be nice. He's actually asked me if I might live dub them at Supernova.
Okay.
But that is a little tough, and I told him that too. It's a little tough because I don't know what board they're going to have there. And if it's digital, I don't have all the outboard effects to do it. But I can push faders, but I don't want to like take credit for something that I won't know what the hell I'm doing necessarily. I own a sound company, so like if they tell me the manufacturer and what they have for plugins, I can probably do some shit. But also, I understand the engineer ego because I have one, and I don't want to be like, "Let me in there. I'm in control. Don't you know who I am?" Like I won't pull that shit.
Just take them
Also,
some lasagna, John. Lasagna and mozzarella sticks, and you're
exactly.
good.
And also Sam, who's touring with Slackers, doing front of house engineering, is I believe he's mixing that show on Friday at Supernova, and so DRC's playing that opening slot. I'll be there, and if it's not an imposition, I would gladly dub the shit. But the other part of dubbing everything is they need a click track because if I mute them, they won't be able to hear what each other are doing while I'm doing crazy shit to them. I've done it a couple of times and it worked out, but there's a lot of preparation you have to do. You know, like cover your guitar amps with, like turn them backwards or put them backstage and cover them with pillows or blankets so that you don't hear them, so that I can mute them and unmute them, or put in the keys direct so that I can mute it or unmute it. That's like giving me a whole shitload of control on a rig that we've never played on with a band I've never played with. So I'm
right there.
I mean, you have time for a little practice run, do you not?
true.
It's May 19th.
Maybe. Well, and I'll have my sax there because I'm playing with the A100s there on Sunday. So I might just sit in with them because I basically I know like 7 or 8 of their songs after listening to them and working on them like for hundreds of hours.
Yeah, that was actually my second question. Thanks for bringing that up because I couldn't find the outline. A100s.
Yeah.
Tell us about that project.
Well, Matt and I were in this band called Spy Kids. Damn it, I'm repeating myself.
Yeah, I know you were in the band called Spy Kids, but
Well, again,
it's thing now.
it's really funny when it's great when like say half a dozen people around the world that haven't talked to each other in like a few months all come up with a similar idea at exactly the same time and start doing something very similar project wise. He's all, check out what I'm trying to do. I'm going to do conjunto, and I'm going to do rocksteady, and I'm going to do reggae, and I want to do it with these people, and I'll have Roger Rivas do remixes and be the. I'm like, so what? Do you have like a spy camera in my house? Have you been watching what I've been doing? But it was great. He called me and said, okay, I have all these tunes that either A, don't have horns, or B, they have like a fake ass horn on them, or they have me playing a guitar or an organ if you can double the line or harmonize to it. So he had me do that for like the entire album, and it took him a full year to make it, and I understand how much work that is too.
So I'm just gonna say I heard the whole album and it's fucking amazing. I'm very excited for this. It's so fucking good.
You know, if you like 10 songs and you've heard them over 500 times and nobody else has, then it's probably okay.
Yeah, I've listened to it quite a few times, and
yeah,
like every time I listen to it, it feels like it's like better and better.
If you're not gonna like it, you're gonna not like it real quick.
Yeah, and if you are gonna like, you're just gonna know right away. It's incredible. Like I can't even explain. I got chills. It was so good.
What, you haven't listened to mine?
God damn it.
I'm on that one too, though. It's okay.
I know. It was like, for me, it was totally unexpected, and the announcement was made, and I was like, eh. And then I heard it, and I was like, oh my goodness! Like I can't wait to see this. I absolutely can't wait. I'm so excited.
Well, we have like that group of people. All of us have very similar loves, as well as as well as similar backgrounds in terms of like we got a shitload of history between all of us. I looked around when we were doing the video like 2 weeks ago Saturday, and we were doing it on the dock of my shop, and I looked, I'm like, holy shit, there's 5 other dudes here, and if I think about it, we've got like 200 years of experience between us.
And it shows. It really does.
It does show. Oh, I need some foundation. I know.
Yeah. What day is that happening at Supernova? Do we know this show?
We're playing early afternoon. Maybe right before Yellow Man on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
I think they said 2 or 3. I'm not sure though. I'm there, so I'm ready.
I'll be there.
Yep. All right, what else you got? Come on.
I don't know. I'm going to go find the outline while you guys tell me if I have anything else. Because I went into the no outline mode.
You're performing with the A100s, and you're doing something else with Supernova, the pre-party, or
Tell somebody I want to do a pre-party. I want to do a post-party. I want to do an after-party. I'm bringing my backpack dub rig with me. So I think I'm gonna fly with a 4K laser projector so that I can, and a little like sheet kind of deal, so that I can do my show anywhere that has 2 speakers I can plug into. And yeah, I mean, we didn't really talk about like the video end of things. A lot of people don't even understand. They think I'm a DJ when they hire me for stuff. And I'm like, well, I have videos for every single song.
We do have this on our outline. I just want you to know we did our homework.
True. But I've got, like currently like over 75 tunes. So I can do like 3.5 hours with no breaks of just one animated video after another. My joke was with the smoke and mirrors thing too was pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I wouldn't want to go to a show to see an old fat white guy, which would be me. I want to see nerd shit, which I'm into. Like I want to see anime, I want to see claymation, I want to see 2D animation, I want to see stop motion, like paper cutting animation. I want to see Terry Gilliam, Monty Python, Meaning of Life, Brazil type animation that sparks me. So every single song, whether it's a lyric video or it's just a bizarre music video, they're all animated. And I'm actually, some of them I'm telling a story. You'll probably see. I use the astronaut as the allegory for every man or every woman. So I like to throw in an astronaut that you can't tell if it's a man or a woman in it. Like, just a person from the outside seeing what's going on in the world. Yeah, man, heavy.
I like that. I like that a lot. Because it takes away a lot of like any type of stereotype you could create, because there's just a respectable figure there. So many kids want to grow up and be an astronaut. If you're an astronaut, you made your dreams come true. You achieved the goal, Yeah. So it's just a human being that has accomplished like this massive feat.
Yeah, and usually I don't show. There's a couple of them where it's kind of funny. Like I did a cover of Victor Rice Twins. And it's an instrumental song, so there's no lyrics to be done. So you have to, how are you going to tell a story with instrumental music? So I gave it to the guy who's been doing a ton of shit for me. His name's Alex, or that's what he tells me his name is. Alex Dar Animation. And I was like, I want an astronaut. We don't see the astronaut. I want an astronaut who's red. And he's going to be lonely in space. And Twins, he's going to meet another astronaut who seems very similar to him. But that astronaut is either yellow or yellow and blue. And they will meet each other in space and shake hands and become friends. And not that there's any kind of correlation between Ukraine and the Russian people. Just saying that, like, a fun little astronaut video, little animated astronaut video can say something political without saying anything. and having a Russian guy do it is also pretty cool. Sorry, another
So,
tangent. I fucking went way off there, but
do you direct a lot of the productions and the videos? Like,
what
do
I'll
you
do
give
is
him a theme and the idea on what you want to come out of it?
I have theme, idea, a whole crap load of screenshots. Like I'll give him 54 different pictures that tell the story, and then I'll give him storyboard ideas to go with the snapshots of things. I'll even do crappy drawings. My left hand works okay, so I can kind of make stuff. But then tell it, like, usually if I've written the song, then I will give him, I'll give him the lyrics to the song and go, this is what it's about, this is the theme, this is what I'm feeling. Like, okay, if you check out the video for A Party, or A Party, which is the Big Audio Dynamite cover I did, I changed the lyrics around so that's more current. So, like, we weren't talking about ice kicking in the door or anything like that back in '86, but we are now. So the lyrics I made a little different, but I gave him a whole bunch of photos and said, I can't use these because they're, Getty images, but there's the idea. And then I said, my thought is with these lyrics, it's called A Party, and what they meant was the phonetic way that the English would say apartheid, or how South Africans would say apartheid in the 80s. So they called it a party, but it's apartheid, really. So the whole song was about apartheid then in South Africa. But what if we took the idea of apartheid and applied it to, say, Ukraine? What what if we applied it to the U.S.? Oh, look, that's happening here too. So if we just extrapolate, so I said those things to him in a little mini essay, and then I said the visuals that I want. Imagine someone with a clown mask wearing body armor. Now imagine a lot of people with clown masks wearing body armor carrying billy clubs or carrying bowling pins that are all painted up. Now, all of those clown masked armored people are kidnapping people and then putting them into this silly raised clown car. So these clowns in body armor are kidnapping people, putting them in a clown car, and then taking them to a concentration camp, which looks like a big top circus tent. That sounds totally unreal. People in body armor who are masked up would not be kidnapping people and taking them in rental cars to tents, would they? I mean, no way. That can't be real, right?
Yeah.
And then that circus tent is controlled by a big fat clown. So there you go. So that was the idea for the video. So yeah, I kind of do stuff like that. Like let's make a political message that is very very punk rock and very subversive, and try and make it pass under the radar.
I'm here for it.
Damn it, we're giving them the recipe. Oh shit, everybody will know about lasagna now.
Oh no, we started a revolution.
Oh god, oh good. Oh, that's good. I'll take it.
Our work here is done. No,
I
how
must go
important
now.
do you feel the visual aspect is to the production? Like, I mean, sound is great. Everybody loves going to concerts, but I mean, having that video behind it.
Well,
It looks like you're putting a lot of work into it. Basically, is kind of what I'm getting at.
yeah, it's pretty wild because like the gig I'm doing on Friday, they hired me as though I was a DJ, but they know it's visual. So for that one, I bring a projector. I bring the sound system. There actually is a smoke and mirrors sound system. I bring at least a couple of 3,000 watt subs, a couple of K12 for tops, and a couple of CP12s for monitors just for me, and then a screen and a projector to play it all in real time and do live remixes of it. that's me solo, but like on a couple of the tours we've done, it's me and a drummer, a bass player, and maybe a keyboard player or a trumpet player. And the drummer will play with a click, and then I'll be mixing stuff in and out as we go. And literally, like, the bass player can go, like, take a pee break, and I'm like, oh, no problem. Here's your bass fader. There's bass again. So that's always been fun to, like, mix that up and down. And then with the live band, I just give the click with a mix to the drummer. He's the only person that hears the click and the guide track to tell him where to go in the song. Then we can play the video in real time with an entire band playing, 11-piece band on the front side with projection behind us. And again, it's like so few people fully understand it yet. I've only been able to do it 4 times now. But every time, people showed up to the club looking down at their phone. Then they look up at us playing, and they look up and see that, oh, there's a video playing. It's in real time. What is this? What is this witchcraft? And then all of a sudden, the phones go from down in their hands to up, and now they're engaging with us by looking at their phone. And hopefully, they're transmitting us to somebody. You know. But I think that's kind of the way to like get people to pay attention. Is to like show the smoke and mirrors, you know.
I had to walk away for a minute, so I missed part of this conversation. But doesn't like the gorillas do something?
Did he wash under his armpits? Did he do it?
I have no idea. It wasn't.
The bathroom clean now. That's what we need to know.
I hope he's been shamed into cleaning the bathroom.
No idea. I think he's doing laundry, which is good for me.
Yeah, see, that's it. That was it. Peer pressure.
I'll take it. The gorillas. My kid is a huge gorillas fan, and they do something similar to this. But I can't afford to fucking take them. It's so fucking expensive. So maybe I'll just take them to see you.
I can't afford to play because it's so fucking expensive.
Right.
I mean, that is my goal. Like, I made this. I talked to a booking agent, and he's a great guy. And he's like, what kind of stuff are you trying to do? What is the, who are your idols? What's your heroes? What would you try? I'm like, well, I'd want to do something kind of like Easy Star All Stars, but we do originals too, and we don't just do like 3 albums worth of material. And he's like, yeah, not cover bands. That's not smart. I'm like, well, they do it, and they seem to have done okay with it. And then he said, well, what other bands? I'm like, well, like the Gorillaz, like you don't need to know who's in the band. It doesn't necessarily matter. It could be Wu-Tang Clan, like,
right.
Like shit, 17 people showed up. Okay, we're all in the band. And he's like, well, the Gorillaz already had the singer from Blur, so like you're not the singer from Blur. You don't already have a cachet of people following you, so you're not going to do anything good with that. I'm like, well, I guess I'm 0 for 2. Where am I at with that? But
that's a weird flex.
I'm trying to. If I could find, like, if there was a National Endowment for the Arts program that could pay for me to go to theaters or museums and do a multimedia project.
Ryan, I'm looking at you.
I have one of those. The community owned
theater. I'm not kidding. He is a theater.
Well, like that's kind of the move, like I'd be really stoked to have a band play with it. But if it's only me, I'm okay with that too. At least I can show the videos and do remixes in real time. But that's kind of like the dream and the goal, is to have the whole band play and have the videos at the same time. The band has learned like 43 of the 75 songs.
Oh, wow.
So we have 43 videos we could play. And the other point is to also, I like the idea of being able to trigger whatever song I feel like triggering, as though I was a DJ. So I can read a room. Like if I start playing, like somebody walks in with a cowboy hat and I start playing Streets of Bakersfield and they start getting down, then I'm going to play this Hank Williams song right afterwards. Then I'm going to play the Patsy Cline song right afterwards. Or if like somebody is like, I've seen people walk into a club and here in San Diego and they're like, wait a minute, what is this? What is this weirdo playing? You know, like pronto llegará el día de mi suerte. I'm like, yeah, and they're like, what? So I start mixing Dia de mi suerte, and it's like 5 minutes. And once they get going, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna hit you with Mala Salud. I'm gonna hit you with Nadie te lo hizo. I'm gonna hit you with like all of the songs that are in Espanol, or all the songs that have like a salsa or cumbia feel to them. And being able to do that in real time by just pressing the button for the next song, that is the shit, because then you can really read the crowd instead of like, well, this is the set we're playing, you're gonna have to suck it up, you know, here's what we're playing, if you don't like it, leave. Like, nah, man, I want to draw you in and get you, you know, get you hooked. Yeah.
All right, you're gonna love this. I've got my own secret weapon. Uh, we've got a 100-year-old theater in Mount Pleasant where I live at. It's community owned. They purchased it about 15 years ago. So we have all the freedoms in the world. We just got to get the people to man it up.
Yeah.
So we're working on getting the short throw projector set up so that way we can show stuff behind the band. I just got done building a 3 foot by 8 by 8 platform for the drummer, so the drummer never gets any attention being in the back behind anybody. We've got such a deep stage, like I want him to be able to get some love, so he's going to be up way in the back. We've got the projector set up. It's been a lot of work rebuilding out that sound because it was ancient equipment, but that's exactly what we're trying to do. It's a college town too, so I'm trying to draw in the media arts students to put together like to use their media arts, their graphic design skills for stuff like that we can put up behind the bands while they're playing.
Heck yeah.
So, when you make your way to Michigan, you get a hold of me. We'll have some fun. We'll get everything all dialed in.
That's what I'm talking about. If I could get like 4 shows in the Midwest, you know, all happening at the, you know, literally like in 4 or 5 days, I would love to do that. You know, I'm old, so I'd like to have a place to sleep and food to eat and stuff. But you know, other than
Okay.
that, you know, get a box of Lara bars, I can survive. I'll be fine.
I think you got 3 out of those 4 covered in Grand Rapids, Detroit, and where you are, for real.
Yep.
Right?
That and I really want to hit. Gosh, brain. Joe Harrent in Cleveland, Monster Boogie Joe.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
No.
Oh, you gotta check out Monster Boogie Radio Show. I think they kicked those guys off the air or got rid of the station, but I think they're internet only currently.
Okay.
But look up Monster Boogie Ska, I think.
Monster Boogie
And
Ska.
his name is Joe Harrant, Harant, and actually his show was today at probably I think 5 p.m. your time, and he does it usually for I think 2 hours.
Okay.
But
I'm
he
gonna
pulls.
check it out because I'm headed to Cleveland and like next month I'm gonna be in Cleveland. So you never know.
Yeah,
Like
he's always advertising, like, you know, talking about whatever bands are coming to the garage shop. So they're probably
oh, the
coming. Like,
grog shop. Yeah, I want to
yeah,
visit that place. I
they're
hope there's a
probably
show
coming
happening that weekend.
the day after they play Detroit or the day before.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna check them
I'm
out.
hip in the world. I'm hip in the world, Joe. I'm hip in the world, man.
All right, I hate to do this, but I have to jump off and call my organizer. I'm trying to get a job with We the People,
Nice.
typically lobbying senators and reps for money for housing and stuff like that and
Oh
substance
yeah.
abuse. Um,
That's
so
not important. No, go ahead.
yeah, I didn't realize I had a dream job. I didn't get like that overload when I was 15 years old playing a ballroom, but I think I might have stumbled into my own. But it's been an absolute pleasure, man. We'll have to touch base here later on, and
Yes, sir, man. I'm down.
I leave you in good hands.
Much
Hey,
love.
I'll step it up, Ryan. I'll step it
All
up.
right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Better find that outline, lady.
Good luck. Where are we? Let's see. I think we really are at the point where we want to talk about what you're looking forward to in the future. Like what's coming up for you? What's in the pipeline?
Well, it looks like it's going to happen still. I'm seeing my as we were talking, I saw my trombone player show up, walk into the house. I saw the organist show up
Oh,
in
I
the house.
forgot you have practice in like what,
I
29
saw
minutes?
the drummer showed up with his snare, and he's in the house. So I just saw a text from the bass player. He's running late. So, hey, man, I'm still not late. You know, if the bass player's not here, he's still late. And I don't see the guitar player yet. And I don't think I see the other sax player yet. So I think I'm okay. I'm going to just stay here until I see all the rest of them inside. Like a true horn player, like don't show up until it's the last second, then jump on stage and then leave quick before you have to move anything.
Perfect.
That's the typical, like, where did all my freaking horn players go? We got to move this organ off the stage. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Already gone. Boop,
Yeah.
boop. So what is coming up for you though, for real? What are you planning?
So Friday I'm doing the solo dub set, bringing my own sound system and projection to $7,000. It's like a chain. I believe that I have to remember what tattoo's on my wife's leg. Bill Murray is part owner of it. She has a tattoo of Bill Murray with a Cubs cap and a mustache from the 70s on her leg. If you ever needed to know too much information. But yeah, Bill Murray is part owner in $7,000. It's a chain of high-end bars, and they have entertainment occasionally. They have an entertainment budget. So luckily, the entertainment buyer has known me probably since he was a teenager, and he has pity on me and is like, I like what you're doing, and will have me play. Doing that Friday, and then the next week I'm going to Portland with my wife, and actually I'm hoping I can get like another gig at a bar, because we're going in 2 days early and leaving, I think, at least a day late, if not 2 days later, because it's our 18th anniversary, my wife and I, that next weekend. So we're hanging out there. We're going to play with opening for Leah Farmer from the Bandulus is doing her solo album release show at the Bunk Bar in Portland. So yeah, we're rolling into Portland. After that, June 6th at the Holding Company in Ocean Beach, San Diego, with Foolish Relics with Dino from Tampa.
Oh, love Foolish Relics, love Dino.
Yeah, they're coming into town.
Dino.
John Pebsworth from Buck 09 was going to do it, but I think somebody pulled out or he had a health issue. Oh. So we're going to have Beta 7, which is like ska punk stuff, which is John Arquilla, that I've known him since 92 as well. He was a long time, like one of the, I think, first singer for the Buck 09, actually.
Really?
So that, and then I have 5 gigs booked, including Supernova with A100s already. I'm hoping we can get up to like 20 gigs.
They're unannounced, I'm assuming?
Yes, but there's some private ones, but there's some shit you're about to hear about that I can't tell you.
East Coast?
I say this all the time. I am a yes. So if we can get some more,
you should try to play This Is Not Riddim Fest with them. That would be awesome.
We got picked up by an agency, so I'm hoping that's. I'll be seeing the guys on Sunday, and we're going to talk about what shows are on the list. I just know that I've been asked about 7 shows, and I've said yes to everything. So we'll see what confirmed.
Right, you said. Do you want to make some money?
Yeah. You don't make shit on it anyway.
I know. If you were joking about that potentially being where you're going to make your money.
Yeah, and for me, really, like I haven't had much in the way of vacations for say 2 to 3 decades. So anytime anytime my wife can get off and can go with me and be my merch person and my nurse and my manager and the person that babysits me and tells me not to be an idiot, then I'll do that. You know, she has it together way more than me, and I rely on her. and I have MS, so like I will crumple at certain times. You know, like, hey, I my pride doesn't want me to ask for a chair, but I'm like, fuck it. If I have to play a show, give me a chair and I'll sit and do it. Like these old Jamaicans, if they're still doing shit, I should be able to still do some shit too. So fuck MS, by the way, and fuck cancer. Thanks, everybody. That's my bumper sticker and T-shirt. I should have made those T-shirts when I had the chance.
Now, did you have something else you wanted to ask about an album, maybe?
I think I heard a rumor about a new album that you're trying to release by Supernova.
Oh God, yeah. The hardest part about that, so it's Undercover Planet, and it's basically the step up to the streets, Electric Boogaloo Undercover 2, because we did the first Undercover album, and this one's all covers again. But I was trying to get Fred Armisen to do the liner notes, and we finally got to where we're chatting a little bit back and forth, but I don't know if it'll happen. So, and I talked to Eric Kohler, History of LA Ska. He's promoter with Junior Francis in LA, and he said he'd be down to do the liner notes if Fred wasn't down. And he's been actually trying to get an interview with Fred too. So we're both like, well, we're both sad because we couldn't get Fred on our thing. Could you be my friend and do my liner notes? So as soon as he gets his liner notes to me and it's done and edited, then I'll put up the money and hopefully I'll have that album before Supernova happens. We're also going to have a black market dub Halloween album called Double Feature. And that's obviously coming out before Halloween. I just put the money up for that today from the deposit. And the next Los Tropics one, I just put in for that too. All of this stuff, because of things happening in the Strait of Hormuz and petroleum prices and availability, it went down to 6 weeks for turnaround, and as of today, it's gone up to 14 weeks. So basically, it's like give us a lot of money and then wait for 14 weeks. So I'm hoping the stuff will get to me and get finished in time, and they won't say, "Oh, sorry, 14 weeks is now a year." Because during COVID, that kind of stuff happened too. It got harder to put out. But yeah, the Undercover record should be out before I bring it to Supernova. And then I have the Is This Bad? This Is Bad album, the other Big Audio Dynamite record, and then I have the Countries of Origin record, and I also have the foundational record. The foundational record is going to be all reggae tunes that I grew up listening to when I first got introduced to reggae. So like World Upside Down by Joe Higgs, If I Don't Have You by Gregory Isaacs, Your House by Steel Pulse, I'm brain farting, but like 10 songs that are all, Don't Break My Heart by UB40. These are all songs that I heard on the radio or I heard on like the jukebox at Round Table Pizza when I was 12. So I wanted to redo them all, but with some of my heroes. So like getting Chris Dowd from Fishbone to sing Gregory Isaacs with Roger Rivas from the Agrolites playing keys is kind of fun. It tickles me. It tickles me hearing all that. It's amazing. If it makes you cry and like gives you goosebumps, it's right.
Yeah.
You're doing the right thing. Yeah. And that's why I try to make Sal my litmus test. I'm like, are you crying, Sal? Is this good? Do you like it? Aha! I have a bass player.
You're not crying right now, are you? You're not crying right now.
No,
I'm not tearing up. You're tearing up.
I see it. I think I do. Oh my gosh, you got to get a practice. You got to wipe your eyes.
Oh, I saw the guitar player go by. These
So
guys
you
have
did?
nicer
So you're
cars
still
than me.
waiting
I have
for
an old ass car, man.
you are still waiting for the bass player though, right?
No, he's him in front of me right there. Yeah,
Oh shit. So do you have to go?
it's Jeffrey from A100's Smoke and Mirrors, Mobtown, and Unsteady,
Oh, tell him to come
and
on.
Jackie Mendez and Trish Toledo and Western
Oh,
Standard.
wait, we
We're
just
all,
hosted. Wait, who is this? We just hosted
uh,
Jackie Mendez here.
Jeffrey Govan.
Oh, okay. I mean, he was probably here playing with her. Wait, he
Uh,
plays
that
keys?
was that was Eric from Steady 45's playing,
Oh,
and now Agrolites playing bass for Jackie.
who plays keys for Jackie Mendez? That was a really cool person. We were talking a lot. Can't remember their name. Fuck. That's awful. I mean, I meet so many people, but we had a speed round, but if you have to go, we can cut it off.
Hit me!
All right, so speed round.
You got 2 minutes. Go!
All right, 2 minutes. Just first thing that comes to your mind. Favorite venue to play?
Iguanas in Tijuana, 1990. It's closed.
Where is that? Or
It was
was
3 stories. It was in Tijuana, Mexico, just on the other side of the border. And I got to play their opening for Bad Manners. I got to play their opening for the Toasters. I got to play their opening for Fishbone. I got to open up for Untouchables. I got to open up for Bim Scalabim there.
wow. Fishbone
And
has a soft spot in my heart. It was my first show. I mean,
uh,
my first ska show, not my first show.
yeah,
Anyway,
I have Dan from Bim singing "Cold Cold Heart," my my Hank Williams senior tune. One of
very
them.
nice.
Yeah.
What's your bucket list venue?
Hit me another one.
Bucket
What's
list
that?
venue.
What's that?
What's your bucket list venue?
Huh. You know what? I'd actually. It's not big, but I'd love to play Irving Plaza. I was booked.
I
Irving.
love Irving Plaza. Oh
Oh,
my
really? Yeah.
gosh. Yeah.
I was booked for Irving Plaza for the Best of the Beat for the beginning of the tour. What date do you think that date was that I didn't play?
Gosh, I don't know. In the 90s?
2001, September 11th.
That is correct. It was September
Oh,
2001 that we were booked for Irving Plaza for the beginning of our tour. That's
I
that was
read that date was like something that yeah, I read that and I was like,
yeah,
well, why did that kind of like destroy his thing? Now I get it.
yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we played
That's
one
some
warm up
contact.
show. We played one warm up show in Stamford, Connecticut the night before on the 10th, and then we were stuck in Stamford, Connecticut for like a week.
Well, I mean, Irving Plaza's still open, so make it
Yeah, oh yeah.
happen.
But I would like to play there. I think that'd be fun.
I saw my favorite band ever play there. What was supposed to be their final goodbye tour or the only goodbye tour face to face in 2012, but they're still playing. They came
You're
back.
like goodbye number 14. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. Anyway, artists you would most like to collab with.
Angelo.
From
Chris,
Fishbone?
Chris keeps saying he's going to get Angelo to come down, but it hasn't happened. I keep trying. It's been like 2 years.
Okay. Keep
So
going.
yeah, I actually have a song for him to sing already. So it's like sitting there, and it's already has Chris on it too. So I want to get both of those cats singing together on a tune that I'm doing the smoke and mirror stuff with.
All right, well, it's gonna happen. We're manifesting that right now.
That's right. Send it across, Angelo.
Angelo!
Don't stay at my house, buddy.
We interviewed Angelo in Space CT once. It was a great time.
There you are.
Weirdest place you ever woke up?
Ooh. In a booth at the Whiskey A Go Go. No, yeah. On a booth at Whiskey A Go Go, listening to George Harrison's kid and John Bonham's kid talk about eating tablets of ginseng while we were supposed to be opening up, which we did for No Doubt in 1989 I fell asleep. I passed out because I had mono and strep throat, and I was like, so my fever was so high that I passed out, and I thought I was having a dream because I'm like, it looked like the Beatles were talking to each other, and I'm inside the whiskey or the Roxy, no, whiskey. Damn it, yeah, yeah. So waking up there, waking up outside. Oh, here you go. Waking up in a house on a couch outside of Kalamazoo, Michigan. We played at Club Soda in 1998. It was weird because I had laid my boots down and fell asleep and kind of forgot I was there or where I was. Woke up completely disoriented, but I saw my shoes, so I'm like, I'm going to put on my boots. And the tongue on both of my boots had been eaten out by a Rottweiler who was looking at me like, hi, slobbering on my hand and face, and had ripped out the tongue from both of my boots. So I had to gaff tape my boots together in order to make it to the store to buy it. Like I had to go to Walmart and buy some slip-on Vans or some shit like that.
I was going to ask you like a wild tour story after that, but I think you kind of just told us one. So we're going to skip that question. That was for Eric. My last question, and then I'll defer to Sal if he has any, is what is a band or artist that you're listening to currently that you feel like needs more exposure that you want our listeners to check out?
This is very niche, super niche, because I'm going to do a Christmas cover of this song because it's so wonderful. A band called Sharks and Minnows.
Never heard of them, so okay.
And it's not ska at all, but they do a song called It's Christmas and You Hate Christmas. And I love that freaking song. It's so Brian Wilson, so Beach Boys, and the lyrical material is so good. I'm probably like telling lies out of church, but the Specialized Project is going to be doing a Christmas compilation, and they wanted me to do a Christmas song for their compilation. And I'm going to do that song as the cover, and I'm going to do it, but like reggae Beach Boys.
Fuck yeah!
So yeah, Sharks and Minnows. That's just some good introspective songwriting stuff.
Sal, I want you to answer that question too. We all like to answer that question usually. Give me somebody you've been listening to that you think needs a little more attention.
I'm going to say Unsteady because I've been listening to Tightrope a lot lately.
Okay.
There you go. It does need more attention. We've needed attention for 30 plus years.
And I'm gonna go outside of the ska realm and say I just saw a band in Philly Sunday night called Wormbound.
Okay.
And they're not ska at all. They're probably like more like post-hardcore punk. And they were fucking amazing. Check them out. Wormbound. It was their second show ever, and they blew me away.
Nice.
So on that note, unless you have anything to add or Sal has any other questions, we can wrap this up. Sal, you got anything?
I think we covered everything. I do want to say that all those videos are on YouTube and they don't have enough views.
Yes, please do. The other is like, I know a lot of people are like shy or they don't feel like it or it's not cool, but like, say something. Come up to me, comment, do something. I like interaction. I kind of need some like kindling for my fire. I need, people. Hey, you're doing it. That's cool.
Speaking of interaction, I have some for you in the live chat that I missed from Lee. He's saying to talk to Lady Hatchet at Supernova for Angelo. They are very close. You should probably do that.
Oh, I know. I'm always kind of like bugging the shit out of her. Actually, she had to roll on that tour with Dunia to Europe. And she's like, she couldn't sing this one song for me before she went. She's like, I'm going to have a panic attack. I'm like, don't worry about it. We'll get back to it. If you can do it, cool. If not, cool. So yeah, I mean, we're tight. We're cool. And if that's a way to get to Angelo or Chris or Stan, wink, wink, everybody. Hello.
There was this one time where I had to mute Angelo several times on my podcast.
Oh, was it
And I was
because it
like,
was a real broadcast
every
and he
time
was
I
like
did it, I
saying
was
lots of
like,
bad
holy
words?
fuck, I just muted Angela Moore. I can't believe I'm muting Angela Moore right now, but I have to do it because he won't shut up.
Well, there is a man amongst 6 other men who should already have their Grammys on a shelf and should already be in the Rock and Roll fucking Hall of Fame.
I absolutely agree with that.
And they should be rich as hell. Thank
For
you.
real. For real.
That's it. Yeah. And
Well,
I told him that. I've told him as much. Like, if I was rich, I'd make you rich because I'd want to see you all the time and hang with you.
uh-huh. Good
Take
dude.
my
Really
money.
good dude.
Yeah. All
All right,
right, I'm
well,
gonna get to do rehearsal, so I'm not a problem.
you go get to rehearsal. We'll see you at Supernova doing whatever you're doing there. And Sal, thank you for joining us tonight. It's been a pleasure. Keep putting out that new music. You know the fucking, you know how it goes. If you want to have a scene, you got to be the scene. Sal's a big part of the scene. He puts out a lot of good music. Fucking recommendations for everyone who doesn't have time to look for them. He makes sure they're in front of people, and we appreciate that. And John, keep doing your thing.
Yeah, and expand your circle. Whoever you are, expand your personal circle so that we can all intersect there at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so hippie. I'm such a hippie. Wow.
And don't be shy. Like everyone should step outside of their comfort zone because
Yeah.
that's the only way you grow. Seriously, do it.
My wife told me the only thing that people can say to you is no, and
This is true.
that got me to ask people that I don't know to do this stuff, and I'm doing.
Thank you. I kind of needed that tonight. I'm gonna ask some favors tonight.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm gonna ask some fucking favors.
Hell yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
All
you.
right. Love to y'all. Later.
Have